was a high energy, high octane fight from the first bell. God knows how many punches they must have thrown.
And then you're not. It's hard to swallow. So we can't talk like he's the best fighter in the world because officially he's not. So you'll see his character change if that came about again. He wants to become a heavyweight champion. That can happen now the titles are fractured. And so again, it's creating that character.
The debate surrounding a potential showdown between John Fury and Carl Froch continues to divide boxing fans. But one theme keeps surfacing whenever respective voices in the sport weigh in. Time and time again, trainers, promoters, broadcasters, and former...
To see something that's going to be quite interesting. You know, we say it many times, the winner goes on and the loser loses. In this case, the loser's done and dusted, and the winner will put himself into contention maybe for a
world champions point to the same conclusion. Carl Froch remains an intimidating figure whose reputation was built through years of elite competition, not loud talk. Promoter Frank Warren summed up the situation perfectly. In his view,
Carl is a straight shooter, so Carl will stay how he is. So, listen, John Fury did his thing. He got people's attention, he got people talking about it, gives you something to talk about in case the press conference was flat.
This would not simply be an entertaining exhibition between two outspoken personalities. It would be a fight where one man walks away with his pride intact while the other risks being completely exposed. Judging by the opinions...
Never back against Carl Froch on the cobbles. Ever. But John Fury's a big old lump. There'll be some illegal moves in there. Do you know what I mean? But if they ever get close, Carl will be swinging. Do you know what I mean?
Circulating throughout the boxing world, many believe Froch would be the one left standing. Johnny Nelson believes the contrast between the two men is impossible to ignore. Fury has always been known for making headlines with bold...
If you're 6'3" like me and 17, 18 stone, and you like to stand up for yourself, you're going to get into trouble, aren't you? But I wasn't bothered about fighting. I thought I'll have a fight with anybody. Win, lose or draw, I'm out there. Shirt off, done and dusted. You know, what can you get? A few cuts and bruises, maybe on tooth missing, sprained nose or something. Man got cheeky to me, was getting it. Right on.
Statements and confrontational interviews, while Froch rarely feels the need to raise his voice. Instead, the former world champion allows his achievements to speak for themselves. Nelson suggests that calm...
I'm only 10 years younger than Big John Fury. I know he doesn't look well, does he? He looks a bit older. I don't want to give him any stick, but he looks He's 10 years older than me, 60-year-old man. I'm pressing on for 50. So, is it a fair fight? I think we both know it isn't, but he's called it on at Tottenham Hotspurs.
Confidence often belongs to the more dangerous man, and Froch has displayed exactly that throughout this entire rivalry. Eddie Hearn was equally straightforward. The Matchroom promoter admitted he would never bet against Carl Froch.
Career. And everybody knows Froch is a tough guy. And if Froch turns up, even though he's an old man now, he's nearly as old as me. No, he's not. He's quite younger than me, actually, Carl Froch. I'm 63. Anyway, but, you know, listen, even Carl Froch, at the age that he is at, would still be enough for John Fury.
In a fight, whether inside a boxing ring or even on the famous cobbled streets that have become part of this feud's running joke. To Hearn, Fury's physical size is far less important than Froch's proven punch.
Carl Froch is a fighter to the core, so is John Fury. Listen, it's fun, it's banter, it's entertainment. Carl said to me afterwards, hey, it's all good fun, isn't it?
If they fought, who would win?
I mean, I don't think I would go against Carl Froch ever anyway.
Okay.
In a normal fight. I mean, obviously it's a long time since he's retired, but Carl Froch is a very, very, very top fighter.
That switch up there as well.
And John Fury's a big guy, right? And he's
punching power, championship experience, and ability to thrive under pressure. Much of the conversation has centered around Fury's willingness to talk about street fights and physical toughness. But supporters of Froch argue...
And that John doesn't like to hear, that Tommy doesn't like to hear. They've got to learn to think, you know what, I'm going to stay in my lane, or I'm going to come and deal with you. Now, Tommy said, you know, down until now, I'm not interested. That's discotheque. Down until said, Tommy said, I'm not interested in what you're doing. John talked himself into a situation where, what if Calais says, well, I'll give you X, Y, Z to fight Carl Froch. So I gather the last amount was 2.5 million. And I'm thinking, and Carl's like, and the thing is, I spoke to Carl last week at the Ricky thing, and he said, you know what, Johnny? He said, my man's priced himself out of it. You know, if we say, yeah, it'll be all right, give me 5 million. All right, give me 10 million. He's priced himself out of it. I like John. I get John. I like Carl. Carl's my boy. I respect him. It won't happen. It's just, I know it's bad, but it's fun watching these guys wind each other up.
There is a massive difference between talking tough and stepping into a boxing ring with someone who built a career defeating world-class opposition. Froch earned his reputation through years of championship battles, exceptional durability, and...
I'm going to fight, you know, because at the end of the day, that's what I do. And what I want to do, really, is make history. I'll be the first 61-year-old man in history to ever take on a 3-time Hall of Famer in Carl Froch. I can't wait.
The kind of punching power capable of changing a fight with a single shot. Froch himself has dismissed Fury's comments by describing him as a bully rather than an unbeatable force. That attitude reflects the confidence that...
Look, Daniel just do anything to drum something up. I think he just wants the Froch fight. I think Froch just called him a little bit on YouTube. But, you know, I think Carl got uncomfortable. Darren's a fucking lunatic. So last thing he wants, Darren still jumping out the ring to you, fucking threatening to choke you and all that, you know what I mean? So it's the last thing I'd want anyway. So fucking I think Carl just got off rather than have the aggro of, you know, dancing in front of him, screaming, shouting and spitting in his...
Carried him throughout his professional career. After all, this is the same fighter who produced one of British boxing's most memorable knockouts when he stopped George Groves in front of more than 80,000 fans at Wembley Stadium. Moments like that continue to shape how the boxing world views him today. Former world...
I've done what I've done, mate. It's like my last fight with Luke. It was all, you know, do this, do that, and then when I go too far, it's like, oh, mate, we can't do that. Well, I'm gone. Well, what do you want from me? Do you want... Are we having it or not?
Champion Duke McKenzie believes Froch still possesses the same aggressive mindset that made him one of Britain's most feared fighters. According to McKenzie, even at this stage of life, one clean punch from Froch could dramatically change the outcome of any contest. His opinion reflects the respect Froch continues to command among those who understand sport.
To get his attention, to get everybody's attention, and then he didn't need to do any more because that's what everybody's talking about. I think Carl is a straight shooter, so Carl will stay out.
Veteran broadcaster Adam Smith has also laughed at much of the rivalry, acknowledging that much of it has become entertaining banter. Even so, he admitted he would still hesitate before backing anyone against Carl Froch in a genuine fight. Smith believes elite fighters never completely lose the competitive edge that made them champions.
Oh yeah, he would fight anybody, but that doesn't mean he was going to beat everybody, but he'd never turn a fight down and he would never back away. He wouldn't even train for fights, he'd just get in.
Froch appears to remain one of those individuals. Johnny Nelson has also questioned Fury's intentions throughout the negotiations. He suggested that every time discussions seem to move closer to reality, new demands and conditions appear. Whether that interpretation is fair or not, it has strengthened the belief among some fans that Froch has remained the more consistent and composed figure.
I love that John is just so confident in himself. He would gas inside of 2 rounds. 2 rounds, but if he even made it 2 rounds with Carl Froch, he would gas probably in the first round. He's 60 years old. I'm not saying he couldn't hobble about for 4 rounds or something, but he would be gassed inside of 2 because the way that John runs
throughout the feud. Former world champion Liam Smith pointed out that Froch has barely needed to engage in trash talk. A few carefully chosen comments have been enough to spark headlines and keep the rivalry alive. That ability to create pressure without shouting or making outrageous promises speaks to the respect his name still carries across boxing. Even Darren Till acknowledged that Froch's reputation commands caution. While discussing...
I think Carl Froch would flatten him and then, if he took him down and he did this out in the street and everybody's got
their opinions, which is good. He keeps it alive.
The possibility of a confrontation, Till admitted it was not something he would eagerly volunteer for. When experienced fighters openly recognize the danger another man presents, it reinforces the image that Froch remains a serious competitor despite retirement. Trainer Dominic Ingle offered one of the strongest endorsements of Froch's chances. He argued that preparation has always separated elite champions from everyone else, and Froch built his career through relentless conditioning, intelligent tactics, and devastating finishing ability. Ingle believes those qualities would still make him...
Because he called me a fake and a fraud, fake hard man. I will show him how much of a fake hard man I am. He's the one that's shying away from the...
Extremely dangerous today. Other respected voices echoed similar concerns regarding John Fury's stamina. Some questioned whether he could maintain the pace necessary to compete against someone who made a career out of wearing opponents down over championship rounds. Against a relentless pressure fighter like Froch, slowing down early could quickly become a major problem. Joe Egan added another important perspective, reminding fans that confidence alone has never guaranteed success in boxing. Plenty of fighters have spoken boldly before stepping into the ring, but championships are earned through performances rather than words. That is precisely why Froch continues to receive so much respect